Every time I think about this anime, I think it's older than it actually is. It's probably because of the art style. To my surprise, though, this anime isn't that old, being released back in 2012. Tack on the fact that it had over 2 seasons spanning across 25 episodes, and you had a pretty good show. By the way, let's talk about the show that is led by this girl right here, Nanami. You see, Nanami had terrible luck because she was poor and homeless in high school. If you're wondering why she was homeless in the first place, it's because her dad was a gambling addict. He wasted all their money and just up and abandoned Nanami. While out on the street, she ends up meeting a guy. She tells him about her situation and losing her home, and he tells her he's in a similar situation. This actually leads to the guy saying that she can take his place in his home. He then gives her a kiss on the forehead and an address to his place before leaving. Now, when she makes it to the address, there are actually yokai there. After being a little frightened, a yokai named Tomoe lets her know that the man she met in the park was actually the local earth deity. When he kissed her on the forehead, he actually transferred the role of earth deity to Nanami. Tomoe actually doesn't like this because he only wants to serve Mikage. Now, obviously he's reluctant, so he leaves the shrine. Nanami realized that Tomoe truly cares about the yokai, so she goes to the other world, where it only has yokai, to bring them back. When Nanami actually finds Tomoe, they end up getting into a petty argument because of what he's saying about the shrine, so she leaves. While leaving, one of the yokai from the shrine tells Nanami that they need Tomoe to be Nanami's messenger. So they tell her that she can form a contract with Tomoe where he has to obey Nanami every command. All Nanami has to do is kiss Tomoe, but she refused to do it. Now Nanami actually separates from the yokai from the shrine and ends up meeting an old lady who fell on the ground. She ends up helping the lady, but using common sense, she should have known that the lady was a yokai. I mean, come on, you're at a place full of yokai. Anyway, the small yokai catch up to Nanami and knock the demon hag back. So now they're all running from the demon hag. While running, the shrine yokai gives her 3 warding talismans. Since she's the earth deity, whatever she writes on the talisman will become what she wrote, as long as it's in her power. Reminder, she's still a new deity, so she doesn't have that much power. After using 2 talismans, she used the last one to ask Tomoe to save her. Now, Tomoe actually shows up to do this.
お前のピンチと聞いて飛んできてやったぞ。高みの見物にな。
Nanami continues to fight off the demon hag with her back to the wall. She forced Tomoe into a contract where he becomes her divine messenger. After being pissed about becoming the divine messenger for Nanami, Tomoe one-shots the demon hag. Now, that's how the story kicks off. And an interesting thing to note is that when I look at the manga, see that they changed a few things. Like, for example, in the first episode, there should have been a moment of Tomoe's backstory. Now, if you ask me, is the show worth watching? It is. The story introduced more characters that go well with the main character and leads to funny moments, like the Hishi guy. It also has a good pace and doesn't feel rushed, like some rom-coms tend to do. But if you had to ask me to give some criticisms on the show, I would probably say the character designs. It isn't terrible, but I just felt like it was lacking a little bit. But not anything major. Now, I'd personally rate it 8.1 out of 10, but that's my opinion. If you watch this anime, tell me how you feel about it. But besides that, that's basically it.